Last night on MasterChef Australia,
Take off your lids.
a Korean invention test sparked some winning ideas, but left others struggling.
Oh no.
Tonight, Adam, Danielle, Michael and Ellie all face elimination.
They're all really talented chefs, so it's anyone's game.
To survive, they'll have to impress someone special.
My mother.
They're cooking her recipes.
Greek is the word. It's got heart and it's got meaning.
Some they have never tasted before.
When I get flustered, my brain goes into just not working mode. I'm just a wreck.
But no one was prepared for this.
Today's the elimination day. Myself, Michael and Danielle didn't do so well in the Korean challenge with David Chang, so we've got to do a pressure test in the MasterChef kitchen, which is always a big day, and it's my first. I'm from Brisbane. I own a scuba diving company, and it's turned into a successful business in my industry. So, Katie, you looking forward to seeing the manta rays? Yeah. But the last 5 years, I haven't really challenged myself. And the reason why I came to MasterChef is to see if I could put myself through fear again, and, you know, I certainly have. I feel that I'm getting a lot out of this MasterChef experience, not just as a cook, but also as a person.
How you feeling, mate? You focused? Ready to kick ass today?
Ah, mate, getting ready. Dunno, getting good at this thing now, so...
Got your family behind you and all your mates at home?
Yeah.
I guess the person that I want to cook for the most and that means the most to me in my entire life, and it's the greatest person I know, is my mum. She's just so cool. And she's the person I love cooking for the most, and I love cooking with the most.
For the last 4 years, I was helping out Mum and Dad with the family business, but now MasterChef's all about me, and it's about pursuing my dreams and my goals, and they're 100% behind me, and I'm really lucky to have their support.
Today I'm also in the pressure test because yesterday I was really sick and couldn't compete. And the rules are that if you are sick on a challenge day that could put you into elimination, that you automatically will go into that elimination. I hope it tastes good. I haven't made it before.
It's lovely, yo.
I think cooking for your family is probably the biggest joy that you can get out of food because you're cooking for the people you love the most and putting smiles on their faces.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
There you go, Mikey. All of my competitors today, they're all really talented chefs, so it's anyone's game. Walking into the kitchen today, it feels like a culinary coliseum. You know, you've got the spectators up the top and you've got the fighting area down the bottom. And that's what we're doing. We're actually fighting for our survival today.
Ellie, Michael, Danielle, Adam, welcome back to the toughest day in any week of MasterChef. Today is the day where you decide whether you stay in this competition or whether you go home. And you do that by cooking the best you can.
The pressure test does exactly what it says. It puts you under the pump. You all have the same time limit, the same ingredients, and you have to recreate this dish exactly.
The food that you'll be cooking today is all about heart, and it's been made by someone very, very special. This person has taught me that food comes from here. This person has also taught me that food is family. Family is life, and life is everything. This person is my mother.
George's mum walks through the door and she's just cute as anything. She's just got this big smile on her face, really friendly.
It's very special to see George's mum joining us in this kitchen. You know, I've got a pretty great mum back home, and just to have a mum in the kitchen to be here on such a tough day, I think makes it a little bit better.
Hello, I'm Mary Calombaris. I have taught George to put love into his Greek cooking. No, George, that's no good. I enjoy getting involved with George's restaurant, Hellenic Republic. Brush it with the rosemary. It's very close to my heart because part of that food is our traditional Greek Cypriot cuisine.
So, Mum, food, it means a lot to you, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Why is that?
Oh, well, it gives me a pleasure that I can make people happy through their stomachs. And having food, it's happiness.
What's important about heart in cooking?
You've got to have your heart and your mind. When you say, I'm going to give pleasure by letting them have it on the table and eating, and once you see the smile on the face, they go, it's delicious. That's a pleasure for me. It's lovely.
Mary?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's the better cook, you or George?
Well,
be honest.
I think I am a better cook.
I think so too, yeah. Round of applause for Mary.
I'm not arguing with that.
Do you want another reason?
Yeah, one.
I don't bastardise my food. I go straight to the bottom of everything. I don't change them around. I go and do the proper traditional peasant.
I think George's mum puts George back in his place. He's her son, he's the little boy, and he's going to do what she says today.
Mary describes so beautifully how she shares her food with friends and family. Now I think Mary and George can share her food with you.
4 cloches. Maybe we get to pick a dish today. I certainly hope we're not cooking 4 separate dishes at once.
In my family, we never eat one course. We eat lots of dishes. And today, you'll be doing that, cooking lots of dishes. Mum, what's the first dish?
Well, the first dish you'll be making is pita with tzatziki.
And I have this amazing memory of sitting in a little Greek taverna and eating this tzatziki, which absolutely blew my head off with garlic. It was incredible.
Mum, what's the next dish?
The next dish is koupes. It's just a beautiful Cypriot savoury.
It's like a Greek meat pie. They look spectacular, but making them, I don't know how easy it is to get that perfect shape.
I love koupes with just squeeze a lemon on them, but I also love something else, and I'm guessing I know what's under there.
Hummus.
I love hummus. I make it all the time.
I know when I go to my mother's house, the pantry is always laden full of something sweet. Why? My mum's theory is, if you've got a sweet tooth, you need to nourish it. So I reckon there's something sweet under there. Mum, what is it?
Well, I've made some shamishi. They are like a custard tart, but it's a traditional Cypriot type of a custard tart.
I'm not really sure what a shamishi is, but it's deep fried, it's got icing sugar on it, and there's custard involved. It can't be bad.
I'm so excited for you because you get to taste a little bit of my childhood. Come forward and let's get into it. Go ahead, taste, eat, get in there. Now, you won't be getting a recipe for the tzatziki.
Not having a recipe for the tzatziki, I'm really confident with that. I can see that it's got the cucumber through it, but also dill to give it an extra bit of flavour.
The pita bread, you'll be getting a recipe for that. Make sure it's rested properly, make sure you cook it properly so it's not raw. The koupes, what I like to do is bite the top off, take some lemon.
I've never experienced a pastry like this before. The texture is fantastic. With the koupes, the pastry needs to be the right consistency, and if it's not sealed properly, they'll just fill with oil.
Now that shape is paramount. They must look beautiful and consistent. Hummus, Again, no recipe.
With hummus, it needs to be a lovely, smooth consistency.
Right, guys, and finally, the shamishi.
When you said custard, I expected like a creamy custard, but...
It's like a set custard. But there's one little ingredient in there called mastic.
You'd rather have less than overpowering it, because once that mastic goes in and it's overpowering, it's not worth it. Start again.
After tasting everything, I'm actually quite concerned about getting each element right. There's a lot of technical work there to get the consistencies right, and I'm really going to need to focus if I'm going to get this done.
Now, you guys are going to get 90 minutes to produce that little feast. Joining Matt, Gary and myself is my mum on the tasting table. Time to wear your heart on your sleeve. Your 90 minutes starts now. Your 90 minutes starts now.
The rules today, we've got to replicate 4 Greek Cypriot dishes that George's mother has come up with. Tzatziki and pita bread, coupes, hummus and shamishi. The result being the worst of the 4 of us will go home today.
First I'm going to make my pita bread dough, followed by my shamishi dough, and then I'll work on the fillings and my dips after that. I think the biggest danger today is losing track of time. All the dishes seem relatively simple, but to get 4 of them done in 90 minutes is really tough.
The first thing I get started on is draining my yogurt and my cucumber. For the tzatziki, I think that yogurt needs to drain for probably an hour to get all the excess fluid out of it.
The first thing I do is I put chickpeas straight onto the saucepan. For the hummus, I've never cooked chickpeas from scratch, so I don't know how long that'll take, so I'll put that on and just on a light simmer.
I'm going to make my dough because that needs to rest for at least an hour. If I don't get the quantities right for the dough recipes, the doughs are going to be completely off kilter and they're just not going to work.
Danielle, now what are you making at the moment?
I'm making the dough for the shamishi.
When I want to put heart in food, I think about my mother. What do you do when you think about your food?
Well, for me, it's much the same. I think of my whole family. You know, it was Mum insistence that we always sit down to a family meal together, which is where my love of food really started. So,
share your worries, share your happiness, share your food, and that's what's family all about, isn't it?
It is, and
don't be afraid. Throw the water, lots of water. You need it. I can see it.
Have a look at these pictures, Mum, of the family. So that's your husband there?
It is.
Beautiful,
yes.
Darling.
Beautiful pictures,
they are
aren't
here
they?
with you, watching over you, doing well.
Adam, how you going?
Good, thanks, George.
Hello, Adam.
Now, where are you going to be getting your heart from today?
I'll get my heart from all my friends and my girlfriend. Yeah, and just cook the way I love to cook, home style.
Beautiful.
But it's lovely to meet you, Mary.
Lovely.
George is well behaved since you're here.
I'm sure he's...
There are 3 different types of doughs in all of these dishes, and they all just take so much kneading, and I just don't have any muscle at all. Mary sees that I'm struggling, and she comes and gives me a hand. Pretty much like my mum, she always has to get in there and help. I need to knead it more. Keep kneading?
Yeah, just a bit.
Get out of there, Mary. No, stay.
Mary, come on.
Mrs. Columbaris, I think, understands that she's not supposed to help too much, but she just, the type of woman that she is, she can't help herself. And that's really adorable because you understand that generosity of spirit. She wants everyone to do well.
Just break it up in little pieces.
Yeah.
Like that.
Mrs. Columbaris is amazing. She's so generous with her time and she can't stop. She just has to get in there and help.
Right around it.
Mum, what are you doing? You can't help him too much. Yeah? That's not the idea. Wait, seriously? Yeah?
You're right now? Yes.
Mum, okay,
just
enough
a couple
now.
more,
Come on.
that's it.
Yep. Thank you. I've done my 3 doughs, and now I'm going to get on my custard filling because it needs half an hour to rest and just cool down.
As I mix the custard for the sumishi, I realise it's lumpy. I look up at Billy.
Adam, strain it.
I don't think it'll go through, mate.
I yell out, "It won't go through a sieve, it's too thick." And he goes, "It will." And I thought, oh, you bloody idiot. So I run over, get a sieve, put it through, and it gets rid of all the lumps. Cheers, Billy. Oh, you won.
This stuff I've got here is, it's called mastic. I just need a little bit for my custard, but I'm going to pound it up so I've got, you know, a quarter of a teaspoon of the ground mastic.
The next thing I need to do is make my sumishi custard. So I bring 5 cups of water to a near simmer point, and then I add my semolina, my sugar, my rose water, and my mastic, and stir until it's all cooked through. Mastic is something that I've never worked with before, but I do remember quite clearly Mary saying that if you add too much, you will get a bitter taste. So I'm trying to be careful with the amount that I'm adding, and I'm making sure that I'm tasting each time.
Michael's semolina custard, it's looking quite good. It's looking nice and smooth and it's thickening right up.
I'm feeling pretty good about cooking right now. I'm actually having a lot of fun and, yeah, there's a little bit of love in me right now, so hopefully by then there's a lot.
Greek is the word, and today it's got heart and it's got meaning. Make my mum proud. You've got 1 hour to go.
Ali starts doing her custard and she starts to pour her semolina in and then leaves it to sit. But you need to stir it, so immediately I think there's some trouble here. If she's not stirring her semolina, it's going to just start clumping together, the water won't be absorbed, and it's going to be a real mess.
Hey, Al, I'd almost start that again, because when you add semolina to hot water, you have to stir it straight away. It can't just sit in there.
Okay. There's only an hour to go, and I can see that Ali's starting to look a little bit flustered. When I get flustered, my brain goes into just not working mode, and I'm really actually fearing that I'm not going to get these elements on the plate because there's not enough time. Today's pressure test is all about cooking from the heart, and the contestants have to cook 4 of Mary Columbaris' favourite dishes, and the one that cooks the least impressive dish will be going home.
45 minutes to go. It's time for me to get my coupes filling made. Browning off some meat with some onion, some parsley, some cinnamon, and making sure it's seasoned properly, and add those toasted almonds for a bit of crunch at the end.
How, Adam? How you going? Oh, look, you're frying the mince for the coupes.
Just under 40 minutes to go. Mary comes over and checks on my mince.
Break it down. Keep breaking it down, yeah. Yeah, it's got to be a bit fine, because once you bite into it, you don't want to bite into a big chunk, and you're a little bit big, your parsley.
It's so relaxing having Mary in the kitchen. It's just like having my grandmother there.
Come on, everybody, please make me proud. You only got 30 minutes to go.
Come on, let's go.
Now it's on to the tzatziki. So I take the skin off the cucumbers. I get a muslin cloth over a bowl on a strainer and just grate the cucumber into that muslin cloth. Once all the water's come out of that, I put that through with the yogurt, a little bit of olive oil and salt.
Adam's salting his tzatziki, and, you know, he's done one sort of grind onto it, had a bit of a taste, another grind, and we're all in the balcony going, well, that is a lot of salt.
Ooh. Bit tart.
Yeah, have you made your coupes yet?
I haven't put them together yet, no. I've done all the pastry.
You need to get moving on that.
Get moving, darling. You haven't got much time.
Mum, do you reckon we're giving them too much to do?
No, I think you have.
Oh, come on.
We should give him an extra 10 minutes.
You reckon?
Yes.
I'm betting. No. Mum, I'm in charge of the time.
All right.
Danielle has quite a lot of garlic, which she's crushing on her chopping board before adding it to the tzatziki. I'm worried that there's too much garlic because you can't overpower with one ingredient. It's really important with tzatziki that the cucumber really stands out. The tzatziki that I remember having in Greece was just packed full of garlic. So I hope that I can tone it down a little bit.
Ali,
Yes?
you look like you're under pressure. Is that your mixture for your coupes?
Yes.
Wow, and you've got just on 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to have to get that cooled down quite quickly.
Yeah,
so
I know.
my suggestion is get it cooked, get the parsley in, and get it into the freezer just to cool it down so at least you can work the mixture.
It's 20 minutes to go and I've still got a lot to do. To make my hummus, I chuck my cooked, drained chickpeas into a food processor. I add some tahini, some garlic, some lemon, some salt, some pepper, and just try and get it to the right texture and keep blitzing it till it's there.
Right, how are you going?
Good, I'm just doing my hummus.
Yep. How's that tasting?
Lemon. You need a couple of good lemons in there.
With the hummus, it's really important to get the balance of flavours right, and I just need to make sure that the acidity is there and that it has that beautiful creamy texture of Mary's hummus.
You need to cook like a Calombaris today, and you need to move as fast as you can. You've got 15 minutes to go. Hustle, hustle.
15 minutes to go. It's absolutely mayhem. I have so much to do, but I haven't played anything up. I've still got my dips to make, and I've still got to fry everything.
I can't see how Ellie is going to get everything finished and on the plate. It just looks like there is too much for her to do. I'm quite concerned that she might not get this dish finished.
When I go to make the hummus, it's quite a thick consistency. It's not as smooth as I would have liked it.
I think Ellie's just grabbing whatever's close to hand to get this hummus to a better flavour and a better texture. She's adding oil, she's adding tahini, she's adding salt. I don't know. I'm just hoping she can get there.
With 10 minutes to go, I am in serious trouble. Nothing's cooked. The only thing that's finished is the hummus and the tzatziki. I don't think I'll get this done. As I'm making the coupe, it just doesn't feel right for me. Mary does come over and show me how to do one.
You grab that one in your hand. Press it, keep pressing it. Then play around it.
Yep.
Play around it.
First one I did after that looked pretty good. The three after that don't look so great.
A
long way that way, like long, towards your fingers. Pointing towards your fingers.
All my friends up in the corner are all telling me how to roll these coupes out properly.
Fingers, that way.
Yeah,
like that, yeah. And then from hand to hand.
Back and forth, back and forth.
I'm looking at them, I'm trying to roll, I'm trying to listen.
Like a baby, back and forward, back and forward.
Yeah, there's plenty of chiefs and I don't think enough Indians up there.
There's definitely something about Mary. We love it a bit. You've got 5 minutes to go.
The last few minutes are frantic. There is tzatziki going in the bowl. There's stuff coming out of the fryers. There's hummus going into a bowl. And Ellie's definitely not the neatest cook in the kitchen. And it's all starting to catch up on her. And she has so much work still to do.
When I go to fry my coupes, turns out that the oil is really hot. I've left it on for too long, and the first set of coupes that I fry are actually burnt. This means that I have to make more coupes in the short amount of time that I have.
So now I start on my shimishi, rolling out the dough nice and flat.
As you're rolling, keep turning it.
Luckily, my guardian angel, Mrs. Calombaris, comes up and shows me exactly how to fold my shimishi.
Plop it in the middle. Just fold it, do that.
Yep.
And then press it.
Yep.
And that's it. And it's ready to be fried.
I'm really happy with the consistency of my dough for the shimishis. I just need to make sure that I get the thickness right, because otherwise they won't cook in time.
If you want to test your oil out...
I put some...
no, you throw that. It's ready for it to be fried.
It's a definite risk because of the way that you actually fold and laminate the shimishi dough that it's not going to be cooked all the way through, even though it might look cooked on the outside. When I pull the shimishis out, I realise that they're not all the same colour, and they're certainly not all the same consistency. So hopefully someone else has made them as bad as me.
My first batch of shimishi goes into the oil, and straight away I know that the oil's too hot, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to do more. There's 2 minutes to go and I am panicking. I realise that there's elements on this dish that could send me home. There's 2 minutes to go and I'm just a wreck. I've got so much to do. I've got everything to plate, and I've still got the second batch of shimashi's frying in the oil, which I know is not hot enough. I take out the 2 new shimashi's from the oil, and they look golden on the outside. I'm just praying that they're cooked inside.
Agapauti manamu, agapauto fai. You've got 60 seconds to go. Come on.
Come on now! Come on! There is something about Ellie in a pressure test that makes you believe she will do it. She will get it on the plate. But geez, today it's pretty close.
With 30 seconds to go, I wish that I had time to make another hummus, but I don't. And now it's just a matter of getting the garnishes done and just getting it on the plate. If I get out of the competition on hummus, I'm gonna be really, really devastated.
The final few seconds, and I've got everything plated up, and it looks okay. Hummus is a bit thick, but I know it'll taste good, and I enjoyed this, and I've put a lot into this, so hopefully it's not too bad.
You've got 10 seconds to go. Leka. Nya. Octo. Epta. Exi. Pende. Desera. Tria. Dio. Ena. That's it.
Time's up. Well done.
Time's up, and it's miraculous. They've got the 4 dishes up. Everyone's done it. It's incredible.
It's very daunting to be putting plates in front of Mrs. Columbaris, who has cooked all of these dishes thousands of times, and I just hope that I get a couple of them right and she likes something.
Michael, you know who sort of my inspiration is for a lot of my cooking. Tell us who your inspiration is.
Mine is my mum as well. And one of my favourite things in the world is being in the kitchen with her. So seeing your mum come in today made me think about my dear mum, Genevieve, back at home in Adelaide, and made me pretty happy.
Brilliant, Michael. Now we're going to taste.
Please enjoy.
Thank you
very much.
Thanks, Mike.
Mary, it's a fine spread, but are there things in terms of presentation that Michael could have done better?
Yes, a little bit better. A little bit of the oil that's gone out from his little plate here.
Well, let's taste them.
Let's do that. Well, to kick it off, for me, I'm very proud of him because the tzatziki, we get lots of cucumber, lots of dill, not too much garlic. Mum, do you like the tzatziki?
The tzatziki was beautiful in flavour, and with the dill through it, the salt, it just blended all evenly.
And I think, you know what, even though the pitta's a little bit undercooked, it's beautiful and golden brown, and when you compare it to the pitta that you buy, it's 10 times better.
All right, the kupes for me, I got one that was quite doughy, but in terms of flavour, good, nice golden brown, crunchy. Mum, do you like them?
The guba is perfect.
For me, the hummus it's just way too thick.
Yeah, it's the letdown.
It's the letdown on the plate. It just needs water.
A little bit of water and olive oil and the lemon.
I think we should try the shamishi. I think he's folded them beautifully. Where I think he's gone wrong is in 2 aspects. The custard inside hasn't been cooked out long enough, so it's quite wet and it needs to be more set. And secondly, he's thrown it into hot oil, and what's happened is we've cooked the outside quickly, but the inside's a bit raw.
Well, the question is whether that fantastic tzatziki is good enough to forgive some of the mistakes on the plate. Let's get the next one in.
Walking into this room, I just feel a horrible sense of foreboding. This is the place where my fate will be decided in the MasterChef kitchen.
Danielle, what did you enjoy most about this challenge?
I think just the whole thought behind cooking for someone that you love really takes me back to being at home, and I haven't seen Mum and Dad in a while now, so this is, yeah, and I mean, I love every time I'm in the kitchen. I just love to cook.
Danielle, thank you very much indeed. You can leave us some more taste.
Thanks, Danielle.
Thank you. Only 2 shamashi.
Yeah, they have to be absolutely brilliant for me to forgive her that she's only put 2 on there.
Otherwise, though, I really like the way it's all sitting on the plate together. A true shared plate, which I think is the essence of so much of your food, is something that we all put our hands in and enjoy together.
Yeah, I think it's really pretty and best so far.
So why don't we actually do that? Why don't we pass the plate down?
Oh my goodness. That is so garlicky.
Garlic.
Oh dear. Look at that, George. See all the oil? Well, you know why, because there's a hole in it. And all the grease has just gone right into the middle.
Right, shall we taste the shamishi?
Yes. Gee, that's
wow.
So the mastic there is very strong. That sort of bitter soapiness.
Raw pastry.
That is not even cooked. That is
No, that is raw.
absolutely raw as.
You cannot continue eating it.
So, gee, you know, I've got to say, I think Danielle's in trouble with what she's put up here.
As I put my dishes down in front of the judges, I'm not sure whether it reflects my love and heart that went into the food. I think it more reflects the stress and sweat and panic.
Ellie, got your painter's apron on again, had a battle with the benchtop.
I'm actually really disappointed with how I worked today. I think
Why?
I was just really messy and I kind of didn't really anticipate how much work actually went into those 4 dishes and kind of got a bit panicked.
All right, Ellie, I'm going to taste now. Thank you.
Thanks, Ellie.
I love the colour of the shamashi. The tzatziki looks deliciously creamy. The bread looks well cooked. I'd be slightly concerned about the colour of the kupas. There may be a couple of them look a little bit too dark.
Let's taste.
Look, I think the tzatziki is excellent. Love it. The seasoning and the pita too. You know, it's cooked, it's golden brown, it's got a nice texture. I'd be very, very happy with that. I really would.
Mum, do you like it?
Beautiful. The tzatziki, perfect. Pita, beautiful.
What about the hummus, Gary?
For me, again, it needs seasoning, it needs lemon juice. It's a bit thick.
Yeah, no, it's just in terms of consistency, forget flavour. Yeah. It's so off the money. It's just too thick and stodgy.
Well, let's try the shamashi.
Mum, do you like it?
Beautiful, very nice. With the mastic, the touch of rose water that goes through it gives that beautiful flavour of Turkish delight.
That little pastry with that wonderful silky semolina crust in the middle shows that this is Ellie at her eliminating best. There's a reason why they call her the eliminator, and that's the sort of dish that keeps you in the competition and sends someone else home.
As I walk all the dishes into the judges today, you know, I can't be happier. I think I've done enough today to survive.
Adam, how did you enjoy this challenge?
I had a really good time today, George. It's sort of the cooking I like to do. It's food that goes straight to your heart and makes you feel good about the day.
It's quite interesting because that one actually looks all right.
Thank you, Mary.
Oh, did you have something to do with this?
Mary did one up for me.
Yeah.
And then I started to do it and Mary just showed me a different technique.
Oh, they look like 5 gnarly fingers, don't they? You know what? I can't wait to taste them. Really proud of you, man.
And I hope you enjoy it, Mary.
Thank you, darling. I'm sure I will.
See you later, mate. Thank you.
I think, to be honest, he's done quite a good job, although as an observation, it does look a little bit pale when I look across it.
All right, shall we taste?
Yeah. A little bit of salt in there, isn't there?
Oh, it's like seawater.
Wow, the tzatziki is so salty. You can't eat that. The goupes, the filling's nice, but again, problematic with the dough. It's quite
It's
raw,
doughy.
Which is a shame.
I think it's one of those ones where his shamashi have to be absolutely delicious if he's not going to find himself in the bottom two and a risk of going home.
But the texture of the custard's lovely, good amount of mastic, the right amount of mastic.
The custard was perfect to the perfection. But I'm sorry, the dough of the shamishi should have spread it out more thinner. To me, I couldn't eat it, it's raw.
We're back in the room with the judges to hear the verdict, and just the thought of going home, it's terrifying.
This is that moment of stillness when the reality hits home. One of you is leaving MasterChef today. Ellie, have you reached your potential here?
I don't think I have reached my potential. Like, I feel like I'm actually doing something that I love, and yeah, it's just reinforced what I want to do with my life.
Michael, have you changed since you've been in here?
Everything about me's changed. I guess I've spent the last few years trying to work out what I want to do, and just from getting here, the first day of top 50, I realised, and it just been pounded into me more and more that this is what I want to do.
Danielle, you're not finished yet, are you?
Not by a long shot.
Why do you think that?
Working with my mum and dad and going through the struggles we've been through, I've really lost a part of myself that I miss. But being here and just having to focus on myself, it's I can feel me becoming complete again.
Listening to Danielle talk about her passion for food and to get into the industry, something just clicks. And it's like a guilt rod runs right through my heart, just as a hit of adrenaline. I feel like an imposter.
Adam, tell us again, what brought you to this competition?
George asked me a question and makes me think about some things, and that I know Michael, Ellie and Danielle have a massive passion to be in the industry, and I'm questioning the passion that I have.
I came here to see if I loved my life. I think sometimes, yeah, you walk down a road and you wonder, you know, if you took a different path, how would things turn out? And I just wanted to see if I had a passion for something else that I had when I was a teenager. I want to say this properly and give you the respect. I came along to MasterChef thinking that I wanted to open a restaurant. I love cooking at home. I don't often say I love you, but my food says that. And, you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and you know, I don't have the desire that Danielle does to win MasterChef. Michael, you can't play ping pong, but you certainly can cook. And, you know, Ellie's a beautiful young 20-year-old that has the rest of her life in front of her. And I can't sit up here and lie. You know, I'd be dishonest to myself. So, you know, however I cook today, whether I was going home anyway, I'm not going to take someone's dream. So, you know, however I cook today, whether I was going home anyway, I'm not going to take someone's dream.
So, Adam, does that mean that you're leaving today?
Yes. Yeah, I'm leaving MasterChef. With a heavy heart, but it's taken me this journey to realise that I've got a wonderful life, wonderful friends, and an amazing business.
You know what's lovely is that right now you're sitting in a place where you've had this fabulous experience, which is MasterChef, and doing something that you love. We know that you love cooking. You've produced some beautiful dishes, and yet you can walk away from this knowing that, you know, what you do, you know, as a diver and a teacher and a businessman is something that's truly fulfilling.
Yeah.
Danielle, what's on your mind?
It takes a lot of guts for you to do what you just did, and I just realised how close I came to going home today, and it terrified me.
Danielle, you did come pretty close today. In fact, Adam, by stepping aside, you've saved Danielle.
Thank you.
That's all right. Mum, from one home cook to another, is there some words of wisdom you want to leave Adam with before he leaves?
Follow your dreams. That's all you can do. And if you want to cook, cook with this first and then buy the book. So, good luck to all of you.
Thank you so much. Adam, you've been a stalwart in this competition. You know, that strong, silent type in the background that just keeps delivering. It's been a pleasure having you here in the kitchen, but I'm afraid it's time to say your goodbyes.
I'm completely amazed at Adam's level of integrity. For him to know that he's done his best, but still make the decision to leave, that takes a lot of guts.
Walking out of the kitchen for the last time and turning around and looking at that MasterChef logo, it's not easy. I leave with a heavy heart and all the memories I've had.
That's a cracker. Well done.
And all the people I've met, and more importantly, all the friends I've made.
Well done.
What I'm taking out of MasterChef is an experience of a lifetime that not many people have ever gone through, but I am driving back to a life that I love and I'm very lucky to have.
Some popcorn for you guys. We're upstairs watching TV and just relaxing after a big day. It's hard to, you know, sit there and focus on the movie when you know one of the people that you've become so close to is not going to walk back in those doors.
I can hear someone.
To be honest, they actually look like they've been hit by a truck. They don't seem to have that same sense of relief that is normally evident on people's faces when they come home.
Well, Adam told the judges that he no longer wanted to be in the competition. He came to the realisation today that this wasn't for him, and that his real dream and what he loved doing was what he was already doing. So Adam's big message was that he didn't want to take anyone else's spot when he didn't have that passion to keep going.
And then the judges revealed that it did actually come down to me and Adam when they were making their decision, and that I would have been the one going home today.
Usually there's no second chances in MasterChef, and Danielle has been handed one today. I think she has an obligation now to cook well. Don't waste this chance.
I think that it was very strong of Adam to step out when he did, because everyone that is left in the competition now, we all have the drive, we all have the passion to want to win this competition.
It's great to be home. I'd hit the water straight away. I don't have any regrets. I discovered my passion for food was at home, and my real professional passion is scuba diving.
So here's a toast, Adam. Returning to beautiful Queensland.
Beautiful. Some people are never lucky enough to have one single passion, and I've got two. Makes me a very lucky fella.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia, Hayden has an unprecedented chance for a second immunity pin.
You may lose some friends today.
But he faces a mighty Parisian pastry chef.
Vincent Gadin.
Bring it on.
Hayden, he's a pastry chef.
All bets are off.
Can't believe there's no sugar, there's no chocolate.
When the pro becomes an amateur.
Focus, focus, focus. Think, think, think. Carrots, pumpkin, pumpkin. I am lost.
Could this be double immunity for Hayden?
Would you serve that in your restaurant?
No, not Paul.
I can't eat that.